Hi, my name is Rakib. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna talk about a very simple project about the JUnit. How we can create those functions, right? How we can use some of the shortcuts, and it's gonna be very easy and straightforward. So let's dive into it. Let's open the IDE. So now we're gonna create the project, right? We're gonna go to file, we're gonna go to project, and then from here we're gonna select the Maven, and we're gonna set a name. We're gonna say bank account 02, and then we're gonna hit the enter. So once we do that, it's gonna create our project, right? It's gonna add the Maven dependency form.xmls. So here we need to do first things is we need to add the JUnit dependencies. So let's do that first. Dependencies, then dependency, right? And then we're gonna say group ID org.junit Jupyter, right? And then it's not engine, we need the API one, and the versions, right? It says all space. It's gonna show you, control space. It's gonna show you some of the options. Select it, put it in, that's it. Then we're gonna right here, this is the Maven update, right? Once you add any dependencies, you're gonna click here for the Maven update. The Maven will download all the dependencies for you. You don't need to worry about anything. So now update is complete, as you can see. Now let's create a Java class. So first we're gonna create a Java class. Right click on it, go new and Java class. So we're gonna get a bank account, right? So here, as you can see, your cursor is actually behind the parentheses. To get that cursor and put it in the middle, so you're gonna say Control Shift Enter. So it's gonna make it magic and it's gonna do it for you. So it's Control Shift Enter, right? Control Shift Enter. So now we're gonna need two variables, right? So we're gonna say private double total amount, and then private double minimum amount, right? So that's good. Now we're gonna create the getter and setter for these, and for that you're gonna press Alt Insert to see all the options. We're gonna create the constructor first. Control select both, so magic, and then again Alt Insert. I'm gonna say getter and setter for both. So right now we have all the getter and setter and also all the constructor. So now we need to create two functions that we're gonna do some testing, right? So you're gonna say public, you want it to return doubles, you're gonna say withdraw. So you're gonna want withdraw amount, right? Then you're gonna say enter. So now let's say we wanna check, right? We wanna check if withdraw amount, right? If total amount minus withdraw amount is greater than minimum amount. So if so, then what we're gonna do, if that's the case, then we're gonna say total amount minus equals withdraw amount, and then we're gonna return total amount. So, and then else, if that's not the case, right, that's not the case, then we're gonna, so as you can see, I just put Control Shift and Enter. It's gonna add the parentheses for you. This is one of the best shortcut you could use. So once you do that, so if there is any exceptions, we're gonna throw exceptions, throw a runtime exceptions, throw new runtime exceptions, right? Control Shift Enter, and that's it. So you go, we have our withdraw functions. Let's create another functions which is called public doubles deposit. So we need to have the amount, right? Okay, and then Control Shift Enter. So what you need to do right here, you're gonna say one line should be good. It's a return total amount, right? And so plus equal, right, amount, and that's it. So we're done with the functions. Everything looks good, right? Let's now make the test cases, right? So you're gonna say alt insert, then you're gonna go test case. It's gonna create the class for you, and then what classes you want the test. Definitely not the getter and setter, only the other two functions that we created, right? Then you're gonna say hit enter. So as you can see is in the, if you go to in the test.java, it's created our the Java class, right? So now what do you have to do? See right here, it's also added the imports for us, the imports that we need, right? So now what you're gonna do, we're gonna create these two functions. We're gonna, what do you want it to say? So first things, we need to create the object of our class, right? So bank account is to new bank account, right? Control Shift Enter, and then you want it to do withdraw, right? So you're gonna say is bank deposit dot withdraw, how much you need to withdraw. You, oh, right here I just forgot to pass that total amount first, right? You're gonna put 100 and then minimum amount as a 0. So how much you wanted to withdraw from your 500? I want to withdraw 200, right? So now we're gonna make call the assert equals functions. So what is expected right here? 300 would be expected results, right? 300, and let's say what is our functions do, right? Get total amount. So as you can see, so now we're gonna see if this matches with this value. If this matches, our test will be passed. Let's run the test with the functions. So you can actually run the test individually, just right here. If you click it, it's gonna run only this test case, right? So it's still loading, right? And still keep going. So as you can see right here, so all the green means everything just looks good, right? Let's say as you change the expected to 200, but we are actually expected 300, so your test case should fail. So now you're gonna see all the red, right here. See, so everything's kind of like failed, right? So now we're gonna do 300, put it back 300 and run it again. See, everything will be passed, right? So now we're gonna, as you can see, it's running, right? Everything's just green, so it looks good. Now let's deposit. Let's check our deposit functions working fine. Let's copy and paste right here. We wanted to do a deposit of maybe 1000, right? 1000, and let's call our bank account with the deposit functions. How much you wanted to deposit? 200, right? Okay, now what you need to do, you're gonna call the assert equals functions, and what is expected? 1200, right? And then where total, you're gonna say get total amount, right? So that's it, right? Now we're gonna run the test to see how it goes, right? So as you can see, everything's just working as expected. So we have tested out 2 functions, and I know that's it for today, and I hope this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.